Right, let's try that again. The more precautionary method this time. Don't watch your own stream no more. Just do that on a separate device, like my brand new smartphone. It's a Galaxy S10 Elvis. I'll put that over there. Best not fall over. My brand new phone better not fall and crack. Yes, everybody, come back. Welcome back. We're still in the thick of things, destroying a big old dreadnought. Just open it up so I can shoot at you. Got our boy Falco to the rescue here, destroying another umpteenth dreadnought. Use the boost to get through. Oh, ooh. Get us back down here. Not a race. And I somehow got hit. Got hit. I mean, I'm okay with the chip damage, but I didn't get hit. That wasn't a clean hit. Can't use my special. That would totally break this little battle right here if I was able to use my special. And another one goes, and another one goes, another one bites the dust. No need to fight. Oh, am I on the... Oh. That's the edge of Atlas. Let's not go that way. It's fast travel. Fit some means to get out of there. No other lights. It's kind of bright. No. And to think, if I were to add even more light, that would counteract that. Nah, Jake, that's nonsense. You don't want to do that. Anyways, what's my objective here? Destroy an empowered ice giant, fire giant, crush giant. Really can't do that unless if I go to a planet, or if I decode something, and they have one. Now this game's kind of silent without the dialogue. I mean, I could turn it on and then have them disrupt my train of thought. Or we get this. Come on, Ice Giant. You're not an Ice Giant. Why did I think that one would spawn here? Maybe I should let the Dreadnought spawn one of them primes. Or not. No, never mind. What's up, Crust Giant? Ready to let me do my mission? I totally should have destroyed that. Oh. Come here. Oh, wait, no. No, I failed the hack because I didn't get out of bounds quick enough. Shoot. I can still kill him, right? Let's try again, right? That's pretty nice, though. The enemies stay there even when you fail decryption. That's the first time I've ever failed one. All because I want to make absolutely sure that the enemy doesn't die once you finish the hacking. I think I need to kill one of each. Crush, fire, and a nice jank. It's gonna be such a pain, no? Freaking missed that. Oh. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm totally gonna need to do the same thing, but with the fire and ice giant. Thirsty. Oh, what I should be doing. I want to use that arrowing again. It's really good. Go to the refinery and repair that ship. Oh my gosh, for once I got to use it twice. Good. Hey, fix my ship. Oh, noble steed, we are reunited. Good old Arwing. Let me see, I can't see chat. Uh-oh. Now I can't see Discord chat. Hey Ryu, what's up? Sure, totally. I don't know. I don't trust my computer and Discord calls while I'm streaming. Oops, I forgot I need to be in the... I need to use fire weapon. Die! Nice giant. Oh. Yeah, oof on the Discord call thing. We can still chat, right? Right? You know what? Screw it. Let's see if it can work. There. What's the worst that can happen? My thing crashes. Shit. I mean, my computer just crashed. That's why I went offline momentarily.
Okay, because calls would be much better for me since I'm doing other things as well.
What's that? A little butterfly? Can I go see? I'm supposed to shoot at it? Okay.
Sounds like carnage.
Electrum spirit. I feel bad for shooting at this.
Wait a minute, am I hearing your game but not your mic?
I am so cold-hearted. Oh my gosh. I mean, Electrum, but...
I think I'm hearing your game and not your mic. Unless you're talking through the stream.
My computer doesn't crash? Yeah, that's not cool. It shouldn't crash like that. It's like a state-of-the-art Walmart desktop that I paid almost, in the middle range section of $900. $900 PC. So it's gotta be really good, right? Like the super good ones are like $2,000. Iron Fist though that I got from my left shoulder weapon shreds through these Legion. Boom! Just as cheap as a shotgun from Call of Duty. I was supposed to miss there. Of course, this is left gun. Iron Fist kind of sucks in space, but since I'm on the ground in the planet, it works pretty well. Ah. I didn't notice. Hey. I can talk now. Hey, Ryu. Hello. Oh, whoops.
I don't hear you in the Discord call, only in the stream. Unless that's what you intended to do.
Do you have about now? No?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Cool.
Hey.
Hey.
What up?
Sup, Falco?
Not much. Only preferring the air.
Heh. You been saving any foxes and slippies lately?
No.
Good.
Level
They can
up Peppy now.
Good. They can fend for themselves. They're learning to be responsible. Oh, Peppy, what? Okay. That's new.
It sure is. Been playing as Falco the whole time. After this game's update.
Yeah, Falco.
Shoot, what am I doing here?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Looking for a giant to kill.
Where are them giants at?
Love myself some good space exploration games.
And Spurs.
Expecting any more soon?
Who knows? Only the game will tell.
How about Starfield? That space game that Bethesda announced last year at E3?
I have no idea. I have no idea what they're up to.
Such a shame Fallout 76 flopped. I would have loved to see a game like that do good. It just came out so buggy.
Oh, bummer.
I want to play some old music, get all Guardians of the Galaxy up in the stream.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to risk my channel.
Oh yeah, true. Well, plan foiled right away.
Come on. Could stream some Tetris. We've gotten a whole lot better since the last time I played it.
Yo, I want to see that. If you're up for it.
I mean, the last time I streamed Tetris 99, I didn't even know how to properly T-spin.
Oh, I see.
And good chance the next time I stream it, if I do, I'll probably learn stuff like the albatross and the DT cannon, all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no dreadnoughts out here, right? Okay, good. No dreadnoughts. Gonna like sneak in a prime on the other side of Atlas.
Sneaky, sneaky.
But come on, I wanna kill these fire and ice giants. And that way I can start this mission.
Kill them all.
It's not spawning any. Maybe gotta try a different planet.
Try all the planets.
Oh. And turret cannons. Let me see. Oh. Outlaw turrets shooting me in the sky like that.
Oh, shoot.
And now there's an outlaw tank. I'm gonna see if I can just fly around it. Not have to worry about it.
No worries here.
Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Right after I shoot a fauna.
Ooh.
An innocent fauna. Yeah, I'm trying a different planet after this. There's no giants.
That's a bummer.
I'm so sad this game could have sold even better if it weren't for the toys. Like, this game got Wii U'd, as in, they had something cool, it's just that it wasn't well marketed. And everybody thought it was some sort of toy line gimmick thing.
Aw, rip.
Like, if the game could have just sold as just a game, and they didn't sell the toys.
Yeah.
Hi.
Who's
DJ!
TJ?
I'm getting off this planet.
Khaled?
How are you guys doing?
I'm in space!
Very
I'm on
great.
Earth.
That's amazing shit. Nice reception from out there.
I know, right?
Ironically, you get less lag in
look at
space
this.
than you do on Earth.
Dude, I am super tempted to start playing Awesome Mix while I'm in space.
Awesome, Nick.
I dare you.
And some songs that should be in Awesome Mix 3 for when they release Asgardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, Thor really joined us on it. That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 now.
What did you do? I went for the head.
Sliced it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, no question about it. Sliced off. Clean.
I don't
So
think I even
clean.
want to question it in the first place.
You,
Doc Mother, no.
They PG-13.
You wear it for drapes.
blood. No blood.
No blood, just dreams.
His head got removed so cleanly, it's like opening a pickle jar.
Well, okay then.
Go on, break
that's all I got.
Pickle jar.
Thanks for putting that into our night.
So if I were the developer of Starlink Battle for Atlas, and I came out in an announcement, either in an article or on Twitter, saying this game is going to have online co-op, and you're going to be able to do like hundreds of missions together, would that entice you to buy the game?
Well, first of all, before I answer that question, I would be super hyped if it were that were announced at E3 instead. But
Right. But that's
but,
like a couple
yeah,
of days.
that would
It's better than
that would be more of a convincing factor to make it. And, you know,
Yeah.
I can at least guarantee I have someone to play with because I know you have the game. Kevin has the game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
And that's about it. But
But why E3 though? He can announce it right here and there.
because it's super epic. Everything's more epic when it's announced at E3.
True that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where all the surprises come from. I'm gonna bluntly be honest here. I'm kind of glad that Pokemon had its own direct.
Yeah,
That way I'm hoping that Nintendo's E3 Direct is gonna focus on more new things. Like, I hope they don't spend too much time on stuff we already know, like Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing to some extent.
You know they're gonna have a lot of time on Fire Emblem again.
That was the #1 thing I was really disappointed with in Nintendo's E3 Direct last year, is that I think they spent too much time with Smash Brothers, because you know, with all that being said, because we already knew about Smash Brothers even before that year's E3, so I was hoping maybe they could have shown less time.
Yeah, but that was
or maybe
the main thing they had last year, because they didn't really have much else.
Yeah.
In that case, I understand, but if you show so much of Animal Crossing, but then that's like, well, what about Luigi's Mansion? What about Metro? What about the games here? I'm like, what about Mario Kart 4? I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping now is if they can do a little halvesies here, focus half on the direct on stuff we already know, and then the other half has to be something we don't know.
I would prefer if the T house is focused strictly on and not too much time spent on one thing.
So that being said, give me guys your stuff that you think Nintendo will announce. Something that's going to be new.
New Smash DLC character, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Some Animal Crossing gameplay.
I want Animal Crossing.
I mean, like a new game that we haven't even heard of until the direct.
Oh, okay.
Oh. How's Metroid Prime doing?
Well, we already know about that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Jack means like a new announced game that we knew nothing about. Like, you never see it coming.
See if we can't predict what's up their sleeves.
Heck.
I really want to say they're gonna have like they're gonna have a GameCube collection of games in some capacity.
That would be amazing.
SNES Virtual Console.
I mean, it's the most requested thing ever, is just have GameCube games on the Switch.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Would be super amazing, a free-to-play F-Zero GX port
That would be
with
cool.
30-player multiplayer.
Ooh.
That would be the hotcakes. I mean, you saw how well Tetris 99 did. I mean, make another game like that.
Yeah.
And of course, you have to get the Nintendo Switch Online just to play F-Zero GX 30-player free-to-play online. I'd say take it a step further too. They come out with a memory card adapter for the GameCube, or a GameCube memory card adapter that you can plug into the Switch, and then you use that, and you can play. You can get like your customizable machine parts from F-Zero GX. Kind of like with you know how F-Zero GX has an arcade version called F-Zero AX. You can bring your GameCube memory card. So those little arcade things, and you can get exclusive parts there. It's pretty cool.
It would be so nice if they announced Mario Kart 9 for next year.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
We haven't begun the Mario Kart 9 discussion. I think we ought to begin that. I really don't care what kind of new gimmick they add in. I just hope that they have a brand new kind of racing engine.
Yeah, I don't know what new.
I don't know what new mechanic they put in, but I like to see them make changes to the item balancing. Also, I'm surprised that the Labo VR is supported by Mario Kart. Yeah, I
It's
would
not
think that
yet.
would be one of the games that would be like the first option for it to, you know, be with that game.
Take it a step further, make it so you can get another set of Joy-Cons. You can use the VR and the wheel at the same time. Really get that racing simulation aspect.
Oh man.
Now you're really playing
with
in a
power.
go-kart.
You're
Playing with power and playing for real.
For real.
I don't see
Okay.
them. I'm just trying to think of the Nintendo thing. I don't think a Mario game is in the making right now. Only Zelda news we got is
Oh
Link's
yeah,
Awakening
Mario
remake.
Maker 2.
Oh yeah, Mario Maker 2, yeah. I don't think.
Yeah.
I see that taking a fourth of the direct,
Oh, 4.
and I won't be happy about that because we already know about a good chunk about Mario Maker 2. Didn't it get its own direct too?
It did.
Oh, hopefully I'm wrong
Well,
on
well,
that.
In that case, it probably won't then. It might take up some treehouse time, but I don't think it'll really take up much of the presentation. Like, there might be, like, enough trailer or something for it, but not, like, a whole
Hope you're right on that.
thing on it. Like a little 2-3 minute trailer, I guess. Zelda is Link's Awakening remake. We're not getting anything on Metroid because it's about I don't
I think
see
at this
a new
point-
Donkey Kong game. A new Wario game would be nice.
Yeah, sure would. I gotta retitle this stream to E3 Talk with Ryu and TJ.
Yoshi
But yeah, let's
just
keep
had
the E3
Crafted
Talk going. Because E3 is such an amazing time for gamers.
I can kind of see them
It's
maybe
gamer
announcing
Christmas.
a new Kirby game. Because, you know, Star Allies was, you know, a while ago.
Star Allies is too recent. I'd
I
say
guess,
give them another
yeah.
three more years on that. 2 years,
That's a lot of
actually.
years.
Well, no. Let me think. When did... One sec, I need to do a little research.
Do your research.
We search.
I'll be right back.
Okay. That's fair.
And I'll yeah, pay attention to chat. Sean Smithy's still there. Let's see if I can't wake him up.
Yeah, okay.
Be all like, go fetch your keyboard.
I want
Or
to
your
say
phone,
there's
whatever
a
you're
new
watching
Star
is-
Fox gameplay.
Just type something.
Nintendo seems to not like Star Fox anymore.
Star Fox?
One
What's
heck
Star
of a
Fox?
surprise. It would be one heck of a surprise, but I don't know. I just
Oh,
have
yeah.
my doubts when it comes to Nintendo. When it comes to like Star Fox or F-Zero, it's like, you know.
Hey.
The thing is with Star Fox, it doesn't fit the bill in what Nintendo's been making nowadays. And that's a gameplay-oriented game. I mean, if they make a Star Fox game, it's
They make Star
guaranteed going to be centered around its story, if it's going to have one. And that's just not how Nintendo makes games anymore. They don't center their games around the story, or so on the gameplay.
I mean, but do you play Star Fox primarily for the story?
Yeah, kinda.
Primarily.
Assault, definitely. Even Command. I played that game for the story.
Well, Command is story-oriented, story-driven, I should say.
Yeah, because the
So
gameplay is too repetitive for that
But when it
game
comes
to
to like
get carried by
Assault
it.
and 64, I think most people play it for, you know, the gameplay, because that was... Star Fox was one of the earlier, you know, 3D space shooter games. And it was really unique at the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
There's also the fact that the Star Fox 1 and Star Fox 64 have the exact same story. Like, Assault is where they really started... No, not Assault. Adventures,
Adventures.
is really started, you know, getting a bit more creative with the story.
I wish they can not use the same 64 format. Make a brand new story like Adventures, Assault, and Command.
Yeah, just continue off from the Assault content. That'd be nice.
A new villain would be good. Something Command did.
I like Andros, but you know, he's had enough.
Can't keep resurrecting him just to kill him
Uncle
again.
Andros.
Uncle Andros.
Shoot, you can have the Aperoids as the enemies again.
Oh gosh,
I mean,
Aperoids.
What, Pigma survived
I
in
wouldn't mind that.
Command? Actually, in Command, Pigma was a ghost, kind of.
I'd like to. Do you think they would announce a new Kid Icarus game? I haven't had one since Uprising, and that was
Crush Giant.
20.
Fire Giant. Okay, this time I'm not gonna destroy the Dreadnought just away. I'm gonna let it do some stuff, do some damage.
I doubt they'll make a new Wario game or announce one.
We need another Wario game. I think
A Wario platform.
Nintendo's got the console now where everybody's gonna get it. We just need to get the games. So Nintendo, this is a good opportunity to get all the development houses, get them working on the games. I applaud you for being a little conservative during the Wii U era because of how that system was selling, but you're looking at the Switch here. This thing is sold what, millions of copies. It's only matter.
Already more than the Wii U, and now it's less than a year.
Yeah. So it only makes sense now is that when they're going to start rivaling the GameCube's game library.
Do you see them announcing Pikmin 4?
Pretty likely. Miyamoto has said that he's not done with the series and he wants to bring a Pikmin game to Switch.
Alright.
So I got no problem seeing Pikmin coming to the Switch. If not this year, then sometime before the Switch's lifespan ends. Speaking of lifespan, how long do you think the Switch is going to go on for? I hope for a super long time. Like at least
599 US years.
At least a full decade.
Switch came out 2017.
Hey, Fire Giant, what's
Wait,
up?
We did good for...
Yeah, I can see it going for a decade. 2025 at least.
Yeah,
I hope,
even
I hope
with
the technology doesn't
success
advance
at
too
least.
quickly.
Do you guys see any ports coming to Switch? Like from PS4
Yeah.
or Xbox One?
Oh, from those systems?
Or PC, whatever. Like, ports would be nice.
I thought you could mention ports from other Nintendo systems, but from there?
Where
Well,
can we-
question.
either of those are fine. From other Nintendo systems or PlayStation or Xbox.
I mean, if you're asking me, of course I want that Star Fox Assault port to come to Switch.
Yeah, that too. With online multiplayer, so I could finally challenge Kevin or people.
And F-Zero.
While they're at it, get a new control scheme. Like, put in the Splatoon control scheme for Star Fox Assault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, watch the characters turn into squids.
Oh yeah. Hey Aaron, Smash your bag. Need to add features to Star Fox.
I would like
Star
to
Fox?
see 3D World ported. That's an underrated game.
3D World.
In terms of other systems, I highly doubt it, but I would love to have the Spider-Man game on Switch. It'd be great.
Alright. Yeah. How about A Way Out? That's
A
another
Way
good
Out.
game that should come out to Switch.
I would
A
like
Way Out.
I would like that Arkham collection. Like, it was a game that came out for PS4 and Xbox One, I think, and it had Arkham Asylum and Arkham City together. That'd be cool to have on the Switch.
The game's kind of a button masher, isn't it?
Not really.
Okay. Just want to jab at that game, because that's what I've been hearing. I mean, I played the demo, and it almost kind of feels like that.
Damn. Oh.
Well, early on in the game, maybe, but after a while, there are different enemies that you use different stuff to take down. So
And
it's
you-
not, it's not about masher all the way through.
And you also unlock more attack moves too.
Yeah.
Attack!
I gotcha. I should change my paint. Got Peppy flying around the blue R-Wing. Should be red.
Persona 5 and Metal Gear Solid on the Switch.
Can the Switch even run certain PS4 games? Like, can they run all of them?
Certain games probably not. Other games, but I think most games they probably could. Although they'll have to sacrifice like frame rate, some features, graphical fidelity.
That's the part that concerns me. Like all those, if they port PS4 and Xbox One games to Switch, it won't be in 60 frames. It'll be in 30.
Yep.
I just found out SGB is starting their cutback playthrough soon, and
And I got a call.
Oh, it's your ringtone. Okay.
what is Jack playing on screen? Oh, it's playing Starlink. I like how you can see Peppy's head.
Pappy's fat head.
Yeah, just kind of looking around aimlessly.
Like the furry he is.
Like the furry he is.
Big furry.
I'm on the Smash Ultimate website and I scroll to the bottom. And one of the things says how to smash.
How to smash.
So
Well,
just
first.
laugh.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
When you go on the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate website, and you go to the bottom, there's a link that says how to smash. So in case you need some life advice there.
Just got back from a somewhat important phone call. Like a business phone call.
Oh, I see.
Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, that's right. We're gotta get away from the outlaws.
That's,
Or you know what? We'll fight them.
fight everything.
Fire everything!
Fire.
I'm gonna use my cheap gun too. Use the imploder. Now you're dead. Oh wait, let me use this too. This setup that I got is super cheap. It's literally just point and shoot, and they're dead.
That's cheap.
Think of it as like the snipers in Call of Duty, but way cheaper.
Oh man.
Hey Jack, how long are you playing this game for?
When I get tired, and when we run out of E3 stuff to talk about.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted to do the conference
Yeah, I can do that when I get.
Ooh.
I can do that on stream too.
Yeah.
Peppy, hang in there.
Any other ports you guys would like?
Would you be surprised if they port Wind Waker HD?
I would not be surprised at all, and I would be ridiculously happy. But don't play it at full price.
Right. Because most of you guys have already gotten it on Wii U.
Yeah, I already have. I have that in front of me.
Yeah.
I got it as a bundle for my Wii U. This was like the only Wii U that they had. during the holidays of 2013.
You know, I love it. I think Wind Waker's my favorite stuff.
Nice.
I just had such charm to it, like the personality. I think that's it. I love it. It is short.
Nice colors. Oh.
This is I believe the first direct or E3 that Doug Bowser is doing as president of Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That'll be
Doug Bow Wow.
Oh, you think Reggie will be at this year's E3? Like, will he make a cameo or some sort?
That'd be cool.
Like a little baton pass goodbye thing?
Yeah, then probably, yeah, he'll probably start off the presidency and then say, like, his final farewells or whatever. And then
Oh, yeah.
That would
now-
be
I'll
very
now-
appropriate.
I'll now hand it over permanently to Doug Bowser or something like that. Yeah, that would be nice.
I think they'll win E3 if they do that.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested in seeing that. What exactly Mr. Bowser has planned?
Mother 3.
You know
Mother
what?
freaking 3.
He drops the bomb. Mother
He
3
ends
to the
up-
United States.
If he ends up looking like Mother 3, that I think it will look like that he surpasses Reggie.
Yep.
He like wins all the awards. I mean,
Yeah,
all the kinds of awards you are when you're a businessman. Like what, an Emmy?
And then
Can you get an Emmy for that?
I don't.
Perhaps.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I would love to.
That would be pretty funny though.
Yeah, that's what.
Or would it be fun? Is it a thing to laugh over?
I mean, maybe not to laugh over, but I wouldn't help him.
Silly.
Silly.
But yeah, the Mother 3 is something everyone's kind of been asking for quite a while now, especially after Earthbound Beginning got put on.
Like it's been over a decade since Earthbound Mother has even had anything like a new game. Like was it Mother 3 is the last thing that came out?
Yeah, but that series is done basically. I don't think they're planning at all to do anything else. At least anything new. Like the most I can see them doing is just, you know, porting the game over. No.
So have you guys watched the Pokemon Direct yesterday? Are you guys interested in getting that game? I'm not. Kind of burnt out on Pokemon. And it's been like months since I played a Pokemon game.
I'd rather watch a playthrough of it than put in the hours myself.
Yeah.
I'll beat the game. That's about it. I probably won't go out of my way to complete the Pokédex or whatever. But I do want to get it. The trailer, I mean, I was already set on getting it because after I played Ultra Moon, I really enjoyed playing through that game, and I basically knew I was gonna get the Gen 8 game, whatever it turned out being. And you know, the trailer didn't really do much for me in terms of like making me even more sure of getting the game because honestly, the Dynamax stuff, I don't know. I kind of don't like it.
Something drastically new has to win me over if I'm gonna come back to Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I mainly play Pokemon just so I can collect stuff. Like, and once you get all that, all that's left now is doing shiny hunting.
Shiny!
Yeah, at that
I mean, I've done a little bit of it. I don't have a huge shiny collection. All I got is a shiny Minfu that I got twice. First one I lost in a save file. So yeah, that happened. And then I got a shiny Reshiram in like my 40 or so attempt. Didn't take me too long, thankfully.
besides Smash Brothers, do you guys see any DLC announcements coming out?
DLC.
I think Cuphead DLC is a possibility for E3. I know it's already announced, but you know, see more of it.
How about some first party DLC?
First party DLC.
Yeah, first party
Diddy-
games.
Diddy Kong Mario Kart 8.
I would love to see some more DLC from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I don't know. If they were to have DLC, they would have already done it by now.
Yeah. But, I mean, they've surprised us in the past. There's that one day when they said, here's Breath of the Wild, like, enjoy. No, I know
Yeah,
it's
that
not
was
fun,
that was out of the open. I mean, I'm all for it. If there's like a massive update for the game, sweet. But I think at this point, I'd really much prefer to see a Mario Kart 9 for Switch.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I think Nintendo's already set out to accomplish what they wanted to do with the port to Mario Kart 8. Just have all the tracks, everything from the Wii U version over the Switch. I'm in the middle of a hellstorm of enemies. I got like giants over here, giants over there.
Oh, you know what I can't wait for? Crash Team Racing.
Oh, yeah.
I got to play the original over at Jeremy's house a couple days ago.
How's it like?
Pretty good. AIs are too fast though. I'm shortcutting as much as I can, and I'm still struggling to keep up with them. Like, I'm hugging the very bottom of every turn, and it's still not enough. That's why you gotta master the game's power drifting mode. I got this weird thing where you gotta press one button once the gauge gets all the way to the top.
Do you
You gotta do it 3
prioritize-
times and you get the boost.
Yeah, at the start.
Oh yeah, I mean like when you're drifting in races, there's a little power. Yeah.
Do you prioritize speed or handle?
I don't know. I just played as Penguin,
So, handling.
Penguin.
I guess. Should I focus on speed?
It doesn't matter.
Is speed really that important?
I don't know. I just know a lot of people say they love playing as Tiny in that game.
Huh. So it's not just Kevin's main. It also happens to be one of the best characters in Crash Team Racing.
I guess. Actually,
There's a stinking tank right here.
I have Crash Team Racing here. I'm gonna look that up.
Die!
So, yeah, Jack, you're actually playing as one of the better characters, one of the best characters.
Penguin. Isn't he, you don't even unlock him normally. You have to use cheat codes to play as him.
What? Hold on.
I'm gonna ask you guys an easy question, but you think they keep Penguin Ye 1 and Penguin Ye 2 in the remake?
That would be a nice, sure, yeah. Actually, Jack, in the PAL version, Nintendo is one of the best characters. The American version is actually one of the not so best.
I'm an American.
I don't know why, but
I am shooting the living dog crap out of this tank. Got this armor. You gotta beat it in a specific way. You gotta ram into it so you can blow it up.
most of these games now it's always about multiplayer.
Oh,
what was that game that they've been showing at the past few directs? And it's just like you're in these mechs, and it's kind of like a on-rail shooter.
Oh wait, oh I forgot now. You gotta use the markings. Yeah. Jesus.
Jeez.
She is a cracker.
I hate fighting these tanks. This is a new thing that they added.
So tanky, huh?
Quite literally. It's a freaking boss bullet sponge.
A sponge.
Stinking bullet sponge. It's got, like, the real difficulty in this boss battle is that its health is just, it's just got too much health.
Oh, yeah. Who's this?
Revcolo.
Hello.
Hello there.
Don't think we met.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
we
But hi.
have not. No, we have not. I haven't been here much.
Hello.
Ale.
We're just in the middle of talking about this year's E3.
Oh shit. Isn't it start like this June 11th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I requested no work in that time.
Good dies.
Better be worth it.
Hopefully there's some good shit.
Yeah, hopefully.
I would have loved to react to last year react to Ubisoft announcing Starlink. That would have gone ape crap over that. But that alone, it's a sign of hope. That sometime in the future, either this year, or the next year, or the year after that, we get to see another Star Fox game.
Star Fox.
Hopefully. Or maybe the Nintendo ends up maybe picking up some of the developers that worked on Starlink and have them work on the next Star Fox.
Yeah, that could happen.
I'd like to see Retro make it. Still not 100% sold on Ubisoft making it.
Well, I don't
That
mean
was stupid.
Ubisoft, but I mean like
Bullet Sponge Tank is dead.
some individual developers, not just Ubisoft in general.
So besides an online co-op mode, was there anything else that would have sold you on this game if it had it?
When this game came out at first, it didn't have the Star Fox characters on day one, right?
It had it during day one.
Oh, it did?
It's the other versions don't have it because of course you can't have Star Fox
Right.
and any Nintendo licensed characters
Yeah.
in PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's too bad all this is in the least powerful version of the game. As you play it over at the other systems, it runs better.
Yeah.
You know, 60 frames per second and all that good stuff.
60 bucks.
I haven't even 100% confirmed if those other two versions even run 60 frames. I just assume that they do because it's you're playing it on Xbox or PlayStation, and only first-party titles can run at 60 frames on the Switch.
Yeah, I think online multiplayer was basically what sold me, because I remember first hearing about it, and actually I think I was the one that told you guys about it, because I was looking through the eShop one day. I was like, oh wow, this game looks a lot like Star Fox. Oh wait, it doesn't have online multiplayer.
Hate
Playing-
crime. That's the wrong gun. This is the right gun. Now, Prime boss battles are fun. At least the last one that you fight, or the after game primes. And they got phases. Oh wait, shoot! I don't want to kill him just yet. I still need to kill the other giants.
Kill them all.
Leave no survivors.
I need to find extractors.
I still need to look at Red Out gameplay on Switch.
Yeah, we need to go all in on all the racing games that are gonna come out this year. If you're a racing fan, this is the year to be one.
Oh yeah. Where the fuck is the number?
Like, it's already been a good year. You got Team Sonic Racing, Crash Team Racing coming out, and of course some other games TJ already mentioned, like Red Out. But there's a couple other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. You're gonna have to help me out here, TJ. Remembering those.
Grid Auto Sport comes out this summer, so we're very close to that. The racing game. I just want like Forza.
One of those is a racing simulator.
Yeah, that's what Grid Auto Sport.
How's that gonna work for Switch though? It'd be nice if you can plug in a like a PC steering wheel.
Yeah,
Maybe with some VR support.
somebody's gonna find it. Oh, VR
Yeah.
support, I can do that.
You know, you can plug in like an Oculus Rift or the PlayStation VR headset into the Switch, and it'll operate just like the Labo VR. Like you can use that for Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, that good stuff. Yeah.
That's
You
good.
look that up on YouTube. Somebody's done that. It's quite spectacular.
There's Rep Combat Racing, which is a really great game. That's a cool game out, really bad.
Yeah. I need to write all these games down. Hopefully my wallet can take it.
Good luck to your wallet.
In this year's Steam Summer Sale.
Things about to get steamy up in this joint.
I mean, I just now got into Steam thanks to having a better PC.
Awesome.
I mean, I got that last year, but with this new PC, getting the PC gaming. Or shoot, any FPS games, I'll just play it on PC. That way I can use motion controls, play it like a Splatoon. Hey, Crush Giant! It spawned right in front of me.
Hey, Vsauce here.
Michael. Vsauce. Michael.
Hey, Jack, what if they announced a NASCAR game?
That'd be sweet. But the thing with NASCAR is they like, and with just sports games in general, like the developers for those sports simulator games are just not that good. Like Madden, I guess 2Ks are solid at that, but
2K is pretty solid, I think.
Yeah.
NASCAR hasn't really had a good, solid game since the days EA was making their games, like NASCAR Thunder, and that good stuff.
I haven't played a sports game in a while. Long while.
Other than NBA, I played WWE. Well, that was like the last one. But speaking of what, NBA Raptors are up 2-1 NBA Finals.
Yeah, saw that. They beat
Doing
the
better than Cleve.
the Warriors
absolutely.
yesterday.
Warriors are struggling with injuries.
soon, I'm told. What's his name? He's injured. They've been injured all season, haven't they?
Yeah.
Are we talking basketball or no?
Kevin Durant. Durant's a Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think he's been injured a whole lot all season.
So,
But
so type in Pokemon
during
Kevin
the playoffs,
Durant.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody named that their Pokemon
yep.
and it's probably an Arbok.
Nah, it's Durant from
Yeah.
Unova. Pokemon Black and White.
And I mean, like, they probably named their Arbok Kevin Durant because that's why I called it a snake. Believing
Giant Crush Giant.
And Kirby would be a Viper because he's the Black Mamba.
those
Black
fire bars
Mamba.
look like their father. Fire all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo hops on the wave like some other popular game is now, like they did with Fortnite.
Make it Battle Royale. Yeah.
Yeah, probably bring Apex Legends or PUBG or something.
That would be sweet. I'd get Apex Legends on Switch if they do that. There are good things about
Fortnite
Apex.
or Apex Legends much. Actually, I haven't played Apex at all.
I've played a decent amount of Fortnite. I've never played
I played like
Apex.
a few games of Fortnite once, and I was like, I can understand why people like it, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, people like it, I get it, but I prefer other games. I don't want
I
to
wouldn't
get sucked
recommend
in.
going-
I don't want to get sucked into just one game for like a year.
Definitely enjoy it casually. Don't try to play it for the wins.
Like when I lost in Fortnite, I was like, oh shit, I lost. But when my cousin lost, he lost his shit.
Yeah.
He just loses his stuff on. I'm like, dude, listen, just kind of, you know.
Chill out.
Just the game.
That's how you piss someone off even more. That's how you. It's just a game, bro.
It's not just a game, it's a lifestyle.
Oh, it's just a game. More like, it's just a beatdown I'm having to take. What you taking me for? Can't you see I'm getting my ass kicked in this video game? Having it rough here, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That would be his counter argument. If
It'd
you ever
usually
told me.
it'd probably just usually be like, well, your life's a game, bro.
Oh, that's wow, that's meta. It looks like this boss fight takes a while.
Freaking bullet sponge.
What are you doing?
It just won't die.
What are you doing? Like, what are you playing?
I'm streaming Starlink. At least Peppy's leveling up like nothing.
Man. Probably having the time of his life.
Jesus.
Yo,
Yeah, he sure
Peppy.
is. Dodging everything in sight.
Oh, by the way, Zach, did you play me on the Star Wolf stuff? Because I know they added Leon.
Yeah, I sure did. Enjoyed every second of it. The mission served to use off some of the new mechanics that were introduced, like this little grapple thing that you can use in space to capture pilots and put them into prison.
Yeah.
And then
did
this
you
new
guys-
mechanic where you can ram into guys, ram into ships.
Did you guys see the list of playable games at E3 for Nintendo?
No.
I believe I have.
It is Luigi's Mansion 3,
Oh, that's
Animal
that nice.
Crossing, Sword and
Ooh.
Shield, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, I
that
forgot
game.
that was gonna happen. I forgot that was.
I want to
Yeah,
get that,
I'm
but I
actually
need
interested
friends to
in
get it.
I remember playing Ultimate Alliance 2 a long time ago. Should replay that one.
I think I'm mostly interested in Marvel Alliance 3 because I've been on such an MCU binge lately.
Good.
What do you think of Endgame?
That's a very good binge to have, TJ.
It
And
was
the game's
great.
amazing.
That's
I am
America's
never-
ass.
Yes, it is. And I love Hawkeye in that movie.
Oh yeah,
I
they did a good
like-
job with it.
When they
And
first
Black Widow did a
found-
good job too. I'm not gonna lie.
Black Widow.
The best she's gotten that movie.
Black Widow deserved her own movie though.
Oh, she's getting one.
She is.
Yeah, she's getting a prequel. She's getting a prequel.
Oh, a prequel.
Are we at that point where we can talk about spoilers for Endgame? I mean, it's been almost, say, 2 months.
Have you guys watched it? All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think
Twice.
it's a problem. I'm pretty sure most people have seen it then by now.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
it, but I don't care about spoilers, so go through
I just want to say Nebula, she did a very bad by staying in 2014 Morag and not just getting out of there as soon as she can.
it.
She let 2014 Thanos capture her and return to 2023.
Yeah.
I just, I'm not sure what I like. I don't think I like what they did with Thor.
Really now?
Oh, Thor was hilarious. I love Thor. After Ragnarok, I really don't care what they do with him. He's just awesome.
I'm excited what they did with him in Guardians 3, but it's just, I'm kind of like,
You mean
what
how
will
they
do
made him
without
fat?
Gamora? What will they do without Gamora?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Gamora's
the
an
Guardians
interesting
work
place.
with Gamora, but
Wait,
without
wait,
her.
wait, wait. Gamora died when Thanos got the Soul Stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in Infinity War.
Instead of Gamora dying, it was Black Widow. So technically, Gamora's still alive, right?
No, because the stones were destroyed, and in the previous timeline, the Soul Stone went into Black Widow, and now that Soul Stone is in a different timeline. It's not back in time; it's in a different timeline.
Yeah.
It's
So
multiverse
2018
theory. It's multiverse theory.
Right. So 2018 Gamora, the one that died in Infinity War, is still dead. And the Gamora that you see at the end of the movie, that's
Oh,
2014
that's
Gamora.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's why like nothing changes. Like,
That's
because
right.
if the Space Stone, the Space Stone was changed into the Tesseract was changed into the Space Stone, meaning they've changed some stuff. Like, they gave back the Reality Stone, and now it's not a goop. They have the Soul Stone, so like the Soul Stone's just sitting there. The Soul Stone's just kind of still sitting there. I wonder how Captain America and Red Skull met. Like, Captain America went back, and like he had to return the stone there.
Yeah.
It was something
I'm just
like
here to get
this.
back.
Welcome, Stephen, son of Joseph.
He's like,
That's-
Red Skull, is
that's
that
Captain
you? He's
America's
like, he just covers his
father.
like, no.
Mhm.
Is that you? No.
Well, I know. He uses a little face disguise that was in Captain America: The Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and then disguises himself
No, he
as
does that
I don't know,
little
Clint.
Ragnarok joke where he's like, you can if I do this.
What?
If I do this. Not if I do this. The Thor with my own year was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I was wondering when that was gonna happen, and when it did, I was like, yeah.
I love the new Master 69 plan.
How do you guys feel about Fortnite getting a cameo in Endgame? Is that something to be
hilarious.
expected of?
Fortnite.
I love it.
Meh.
I don't care.
Well, I
loved
can-
it. Thor was the best guy to have. I don't know how I feel about the Hulk though. The way,
Yeah, that's the thing. I kind of feel like he was wasted in that movie.
the way Bruce Banner has like combined the two. It's a smart idea.
Well, they did it in the comics. Like they did do that in the comics, but I think in the movie they did it wrong because the comics did it right, but the movie did it poorly. Because at least
I mean-
like in the comics he was still smashing stuff, but in this one he's just kind of got one arm now.
Yeah.
If they had a regular old pissed off Hulk, it wouldn't really serve much to the story that was going on. I don't know if he wouldn't be very useful if he was just pissed off Hulk when they were in New York.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
That's true.
And that was one thing that perplexed me about Hulk in the other Avengers movies. It's like, how do you have super pissed off, angry Hulk working together with the Avengers?
Hey, big
Like, I imagine he's not a very
Sounds
good
like
team
they are
member.
the most like awkward romance.
At least with Black Widow, when Thor did it, he kind of got thrown across the room.
By the way, what do you
So-
guys think of Age of Ultron? Like, what do you like? I know we're just setting back something, but like, what do you think of Age of Ultron?
Easily the worst Avengers movie.
It's a good movie, but yeah, it's a worse movie.
I feel like it's a movie that gets worse when you see it more. Because the first time you see it, it's like, oh yeah, but like the second time you see it, you're starting to like, you're like starting to see some things.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely showing
If
the
you watch
age.
the first one, Infinity War and Endgame, over and over again, but when you watch Age of Ultron, you're like, starting to notice some things.
It's basically the first movie on a bigger scale, honestly. And they had it on Scarlet Witch, Vision, Quicksilver, even though he died.
You know, Vision didn't do much in Civil War, or like,
Infinity War.
yeah. Like
We
Infinity
can-
War had an excuse. No, but Infinity War had an excuse. He was like stabbed, like
Yeah,
off
because
guard.
they were
But,
trying
like,
to keep him safe and stuff.
In Civil War, I feel like he could have just taken out everybody and then call it a day.
He made an attempt to stop Cap and Bucky from getting to the Quinjet.
Yeah, he could have just blown up the Quinjet then.
Yeah, they could have just blown up the jet. And that would've been-
Big there, we win. Or
They didn't
Just
even
laser the
have to
tower and
down.
have it fall over it.
Like Thor nor Hulk are there, so Vision is practically the strongest person there. You could just knock everyone down, and there you go. You call it quits. You call it a day.
I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
No, yeah, he works for the MCU.
He's the right age. I mean, Tobey Maguire, he's a little too old for the role of Spider-Man. Supposed to
you think
cast
they
a
could
high
work
schooler.
multiverse movie, though, a Spider-Man multiverse movie.
That would be amazing. Get a little Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse action for the MCU.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir.
Miles in the animated version. I like the animated version of Miles more than the comic. Because you know, the other one was just kind of like they pushed him, but here they just knew how to write him.
His uncle, Aaron, he appears at Spider-Man Homecoming as the guy who gets interrogated by Spider-Man.
Yeah, Childish Gambino is a Blair.
Oh, shit. Have you guys played the Spider-Man game? Or no?
I'm not. That's why I really want to put it.
It's
Committing a crime, not
really,
playing it.
like the story's really good. I'm not gonna say it. The story's really good.
Okay.
Like this Spider-Man, this Peter Parker and Spider-Man are like
We
really
can
good.
combine the Arkham story with the Spider-Man 2 game, and you get Spider-Man for PS4.
I'd say it's not the same as Arkham. Cause like
Oh, story-wise?
the dodging's a little different. It's like
Oh, you mean
with
gameplay
that,
wise?
yeah, gameplay. But, like, the
Story-wise.
dodging's story-wise, it's kind of different.
Okay.
Not kind of, it is.
One's a spider and one's a bat.
Yeah, one's a spider, one's a bat. There you go. GG's.
What do you guys think about Iron Man? Like, what are they gonna do with him? Do you think they'll bring Robert Downey Jr. back? Right?
No, his contract's
I don't know.
gone. If anything, they'll probably just do like a multiverse Iron Man. Where like, oh look, it's a different Iron Man with a different actor.
Don't mention him in movies like in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Definitely
Home.
Spider-Man Far
Oh,
From
the
Home.
guy, yeah, the guy is back to writing to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 now. He was originally kicked
James
out.
Gunn.
He was
Good.
originally kicked out, and now he's brought back. So
The Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Can't have Guardians of the Galaxy movie without him.
The villain
you guys
of that
think?
movie is gonna be Loki. I don't know why, but I think it is.
what do you guys think of the DC movies?
Okay, so
DC. I watched Wonder Woman and Shazam.
I love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
What DC is they're trying to do what Marvel's doing, but they're rushing it.
Yeah,
Because-
that's the problem I have with this shit.
Because technically, the first DCU movie is Man of Steel.
I think they started good. They started off right, but like in a meh way. Like Man of Steel was a good, like starting with Superman was a good choice, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Man of
executed
Steel.
right. It wasn't executed right. Batman v Superman was the clear rush bad film.
And
Yeah.
that's why they made that's why Marvel made Civil War as a response to
But Marvel did it right because they had time to develop these characters. Well, they just introduced Batman and expect you to care about Superman when there's barely any focus in him in his previous movie.
exactly.
And then with Suicide
Wonder
Squad,
Suicide Squad was just a mess from start to end.
Oh yeah, that was just like this could have worked if they just waited. This could have been like a different Guardians of the Galaxy. Like if they gave it time, if they focused on a more Batman movie, like another Batman movie, and had Harley Quinn there, and had maybe some villains there, you could have worked it out. And if you shortened the cast, it also could have worked. But instead, they just kind of push it and then delay it and like reshoot it and then screw it up.
DC bounced back with Wonder Woman. I love that movie.
Justice League was
They bounced back with Shazam as well. That did well in the
I
box
heard that was,
office.
I heard that as well. And I heard Aquaman was pretty.
Eh.
Yeah, I heard it was.
Do you need to watch it?
How was Justice League? I didn't watch it.
I'd say
It had its problems.
It could have been worse, honestly. I wouldn't say it was bad. And I feel like
If they didn't have to use all their budget just to CG Henry Cavill's mustache.
There's like.
God.
So I think next up for DC is in the Batman movie. They have to.
Is
just
Ben
have to do
Affleck
it
still
right.
there?
Although I
Ben
heard
Affleck gonna be Batman still.
I heard Ben Affleck is done.
I feel like that was a bad idea though.
That's a problem.
Because I feel like Ben Affleck did a good job as Batman. That's the one thing I give Batman
Yeah.
my credit for. He did good. It's just that the script he was given, like Zack Snyder didn't know what to do. Zack Snyder only read one Batman comic. That was the
Why
Dark
did
Knight
you say
Returns.
that name?
It's his mother's name. Oh, that's a good enough
Mama.
reason for them
Here's
to make
Zack
up.
Snyder's defense of it. He's like, well, the fact that they both have the same mother's name, it brings it's spiritual link connection. And,
Oh my god.
Like he was bringing some defense like that into this.
How about rather than have them fight, the movie should have just been called Batman and Superman, and like they have like a little duo movie.
Yeah, that should have been it. They should have just made like one Superman movie, one Batman movie, then one.
The majority of the movie
made a
felt
duo
just
movie,
like that.
Made a Superman, then Batman movie, then a duo movie, then Wonder Woman, then like.
And then for about 15 minutes, they shoehorn in the versus aspect.
Do you guys think that they that DC really just fine with they were like taking the Dark Knight trilogy?
I feel like the cinematic universe would have worked. I think they didn't need to, but I feel like Warner Brothers wanted money. And
Money,
just-
of course.
they wanted money. And they just kind of, hopped on board the train. And then everyone else started following. Like Universal Studios tried to get back on their reign, but they failed miserably with the money. Failed aspectly.
What could have really helped
And
out the
Star Wars
DC
is
universe
Star Wars is just,
if they could have tied in the Dark Knight trilogy into Man of Steel and the other DCU movies, that would have really helped out, and they didn't have to build Batman from the ground up.
Yeah.
If I were to head into Batman v Superman, I would have liked to just known that.
I would have.
If I would know the same Batman as it.
Instead of making him a Jesus artifact, like I'm Jesus kind of thing, just make him a chill dude. Just make Superman who he was, a chill guy. a nice guy, a person people can like. He goes around helping around, you know, doing Superman stuff. And with the Batman movie, they have him fighting crime. Okay, Superman fights crime too, but like on an occasion he goes around with the civilians, and, you know.
Nah, let's make him a murderer.
But no, let's make him snap Zod's neck.
Mardar.
After causing billions of collateral.
And when you hear it in the theater, it sounds like the biggest carrot crunch in the world.
I remember just sitting there with my cousin, and I was just like, the opening. To be honest, like the opening was like, okay, it's Batman's perspective, and they're blaming Superman for what they did. And then, like, I'm not gonna lie, it started out okay. But then it started getting boring, and I was like, no, this can't be the movie. This cannot be the movie. And then the Doomsday fight happens, and I'm like, God damn it. No!
That's the movie.
And then they kill Superman in his second movie, so people know he's coming back.
Why?
Everybody knows
Then bring
he's
him
coming
back immediately.
Bring him back in like the 5th movie. And then in like an average movie. Bring him back in their second average movie. So basically DC's movies are spanning from average, terrible, good movie, average, Aquaman was average, and Shazam was good. So, you know, you got 2 good movies, 2 bad movies, 3 okay movies. It's not a good track record now, is it?
Yes, there is.
No, not at all.
You know, Marvel has hit, okay with the Hulk, but then another, like, hit with Iron Man 2, I guess, depending on your preference.
They
Thor
were
was
all-
pretty
I liked
good,
it more
Captain
than
America
most
was pretty
people.
good.
All of
Captain
them were
America.
hits, really, except
Yeah,
for
and then
Hulk
Avengers.
and Dark
Thor,
World.
yeah, then hit. Then what was
That's-
this? Iron Man 3
MCU
was
started
pretty
off pretty weak.
good. Everything was hit except, you know, Hulk and Dark World.
Oh yeah. Can we throw Captain Marvel in there? I mean, I would have very much loved.
What do you guys
Captain
think of it? I
Marvel.
liked Captain Marvel.
I heard Captain Marvel wasn't bad, it was just a bit disappointing.
I heard people just didn't like the actress. That's it.
Well, some of the visual effects, like when Captain Marvel was in that little white dome thing, I thought the edits that they did in there were a little weird. Like, stuff that reminded me of Suicide Squad, kind of weird.
I feel like they should have just chosen a different actor, and because she's a bit, you know, doesn't look like the role. I feel like she could have played a different one, but you know how it is. Can't have always what you want, but it is.
I mean, even in the comics too, Captain Marvel wasn't a very good and interesting character. Like, if you read Civil War 2,
Oh,
there's some writing in there that were not very solid involving Captain Marvel.
Talk about the dude version or the female version?
Female version, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the dude version, you know, died of cancer.
Marvel? Or no, that's not Marvel.
Marvel.
That's weird. There's 2 Captain Marvels. One's Marvel and the other's Marvel.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Falcon being the new Captain America?
They did it in the comics, but it
They
still
better
doesn't
call
work.
him.
They
They better
doesn't
call
mean it
Captain.
works. Like, it's like, oh, we're following something from the comics. It's like, yeah, that doesn't mean it works though.
They better call him Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Happy Falcon.
I feel like they could have just, you know, given it to Bucky or something. Like, he has the super serum, he has the metal arm.
Yeah, why not give it to Bucky?
Just give it to him. He's like your best
Yeah.
friend. He's like your best friend, and you just give it to this guy.
Right. Shoot, I got my work cut out
Best
for me.
friend.
So in terms of future Marvel movies, we have Far From Home. You guys said Scarlet Witch is getting a prequel. Guardians
Black
3.
Widow. It's Black Widow.
Black Widow.
It's Scarlet Witch.
Because her name's Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I know,
So
it's weird.
Mhm.
Apparently, Captain Falcon and, well, yeah, Captain
See,
Falcon.
you're doing
Captain
Yeah,
America.
I did it too.
Captain Falcon.
You're welcome.
Falcon and Bucky are getting a TV show, as well as Scarlet Witch and Vision. It's apparently Scarlet Witch and Vision have a prequel TV show. Then there's a
What?
different TV show.
Hey, you guys are gonna watch that?
Wait,
No, I'm not
they're
getting
having,
watch any of those.
Wait, they're having a prequel TV show, even though we've seen their origins in the MCU?
By that, I mean like what happened in between the times of Civil War and, you know, Avengers.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, because they were.
It's not like, oh, it's when they were born. Yeah, Vision sitting in the Mind Stone, like, what's up?
Just watch Age of Ultron if you want to see
Yeah.
Vision get born.
You know what? Quicksilver didn't have to die.
I feel like they wasted
Actually, he
him.
did.
They
yeah.
wasted him. I feel like they could have done better. Because his character was barely even... Like, you barely knew him.
Yeah,
You didn't know about him. Oh, like his origin story, yeah. It's pretty
and he
sad.
runs fast. That's about it.
I
He's
feel like you
fast,
didn't.
and
Gotta
his
go
origin-
fast.
You didn't need to have him in the movie if he was. If that's how they're gonna write him in.
Someone
Plus, so they-
calculated that he was, like, Mach 3, which was way slower than the Flash. Or even, like, what was it? Like, way slower than, like, X-Men's Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And
Like,
you got
X-Men's
the
Quicksilver's
X-Men Quicksilver. Yeah.
Like, X-Men Quicksilver is, like, moving around an explosion that's going on. like, the explosion's supposed to happen instantly, and he's just moving around that shit like it's no big deal.
I believe there's gonna be a Black Panther 2.
Think so. Yeah.
Then there's gonna be a movie called The Eternals, which is basically a movie showing all the Celestials or some shit. And then
You got to see one of them in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm. And we got to see another one, a weaker one, Ego, in the second one.
Right.
And then they're making a Doctor Strange 2, clearly.
Yeah,
Anything that involves space, I'd like to see.
I'm
Captain
protecting
Marvel's
your
kind of like
reality.
that, but yeah. I think even after Avengers Endgame, there's still going to be plenty of good movies for Phase 4.
Yeah, definitely.
What else is there? I don't know.
Exhausted all our topics.
Well, we kind of
Didn't
just
know
cut
we did that.
Endgame, despite the fact that we were talking about it. Do you want to go back to
Yeah.
Endgame? Because we were talking about it, and I just cut the Ultron. And
Okay.
Talking about the other game.
Right?
What did you guys not like about Endgame?
What did I not like about Ink?
How 2014 Thanos got into the movie, I suppose. I thought that part was kind of weak.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
I thought the whole movie would go without Thanos, and it was just the Avengers working to get the stones back and
Well,
reverse it everything.
I knew he'd be at the beginning of the movie, like current Thanos, which I don't have a problem with. But then they brought in 2014 Thanos, and it's like, oh, no, okay.
And then somehow 2014 Thanos is like bullying Thor.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I realized though? That Vision had like, I mean not Vision, fuck. Doctor Strange.
He wasn't in that movie.
Doctor Strange, like in Infinity War, had like seen the future and like many ways that they could lose, which made me realize, had Thanos not destroyed the stones, he would have killed the Avengers. Think about it. Had he not destroyed them, they would have lost.
His only goal was to wipe out
Yeah.
half of all life, and after that, you didn't care what happens.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but think about it.
He
If they
went
were like,
home and started making breakfast, and they just jumped.
yeah, they just jumped him. But if they decided to jump him when he still had the stones, they would have lost. GG's.
Yeah, because they didn't know that the stones were destroyed. So yeah. No, wait, they had Captain Marvel. Nah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they'd still lose because of the Power Stone.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Honestly.
because of the Power Stone.
The beginning scene where they kill Thanos, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like, you can defeat Thanos, but the damage has already been done.
Yeah, I know.
Like, everybody's
I
still
went over the
gone.
head.
Like everyone's just like in shock and depressed. Like,
Mhm.
Thor's blaming himself. Captain Marvel's like, I should have been there. Captain, like everyone's just blaming themselves that they could have done better.
And,
And
yeah, it
Tony's,
takes them
like,
5
Tony's
years
before
to
Steve.
figure out something.
Like Tony's before scene in like the beginning was very good, where he's like, just
that was
snapping
so
at
sad.
snapping at fucking Steve and just gives him the thing and passes out. It was a really good scene.
Right. And that's the first scene that we see both Cap and Steve after Civil War.
Cap and Steve.
Oh, I mean Cap and Tony.
Captain Tony.
Yeah, totally. They're the same character.
Well, I mean, you can see Cap and Steve when they fight each other when he goes back in time.
Okay. Cap and Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, you're not gonna let me live that down.
Hey, we
I
all
can
made
do this
scripts
all.
with saying Captain.
Hey,
Like, oh,
hey,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I made the script of saying Captain Falcon when I had to just say Falcon.
Yeah, I said Scarlet. I called Black Widow Scarlet because it's Scarlet Joe.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, I'll be
My
right
excuse
back.
is
My friend
I'm in the middle of
yeah.
playing Starlink.
I'll be right back. My friend in the another Discord wants to talk, so
Alright.
talk later. See ya.
Okay.
That was fun. Got a little podcast in the stream.
I believe there's supposed to be a new Avengers game. And not Ultimate Alliance, but an actual Avengers.
Yeah, let's talk about that because if that Avengers game is exactly what I think it's gonna be, I might just not wait for a PS5. I think I'll just get a PS4 right then and there. And then I'll probably trade in that PS4 the next year or so. Because I'm no joke with that Avengers game that Square Enix is publishing. Because it looks like
It sounds like it's gonna be
oh yeah, it's made by the same guys who made the Spider-Man game, I think, if I'm correct on that. Insomniac. But we gotta wait and see. Because when Square Enix does their presentation this 10th of June.
Yep. Not too far from now, though. Well, for me, it's 7. Very cool.
Like, if you're able to do the stuff that you can do in the movie, like for example, in the first Avengers movie, you see Iron Man flying in, killing some enemies nearby Black Widow, and then he goes in and flies down and helps out Captain America on the ground,
Yeah.
shoots his little thing at his shield, and then he flies up and helps Hawkeye like that. If we can get something like that in this game, I'm sold. Immediately sold. I mean, I'll have to look at
Focus on the SDU.
I'll have to look at reviews of the final game before I make my final decision on the purchase.
Yeah.
But if the reviews are overwhelmingly positive, get going out of my way to get that PS4 for just that game. Like, I mean it. Like, a game like this, I can dream of when I was super young.
And even if it doesn't happen, I think I still want to get
Yeah, I could sure go for some more Avengers or Marvel games. I mean, they're on a roll. It's only appropriate when you start getting the games as well. What a thunk it. Back in 2008, Marvel was actually on the verge of going bankrupt. And like in a last-ditch effort, released Iron Man, and their stocks did a 180.
And also the character's popularity. Iron Man, Thor, a lot of
Yeah.
Marvel characters weren't all that popular. Other Spider-Man, Big Hulk.
Yeah, that time it was just Spider-Man and Hulk, and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a very strong presence of Marvel back then.
And
Oh, can we throw in the 1990 Captain America movie?
there was a nice.
Mr. President. Thanks. That one?
Okay. Yeah.
I remember my dad actually saving that to our DirecTV DVR. We could have watched it then and there. Or he might have recorded it or not. I saw it on the guide. I'm like, oh god, that movie. And he was all like, well, what about that movie? That's the Captain America movie that nobody should rightfully talk about.
That nobody should rightfully talk about. And for good reason,
Nobody.
I guess. I mean, I don't think I've watched it. Maybe I did when I was younger, but from my memory, I don't think I watched it.
It is a movie that had all kinds of weird storyboarding things. Continuity crap. He steals somebody's car in that movie from Captain America. Like, no joke. Just steals somebody's car just to get from one scene to the next. Doesn't get brought up again. Just steals the car.
Well, Spider-Man does that too in Homecoming.
No. He steals Flash's dad's car, so that somewhat makes sense. Like, there's a percussion for doing that.
But yeah, before Iron Man, like, the 2000s were what? The first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Very lackluster.
And that one Hulk movie.
I mean, the second Spider-Man movie was amazing. I need to rewatch that movie.
Yeah, I actually watched
the other ones.
The first trilogy recently. Then there were
First one's a blur. Then the third one. Yeah.
I don't think the third one was bad. I think there were just some questionable choices because the writers didn't really want Venom. They wanted it to be Raimi didn't want Venom. I think he just wanted it to be Sandman to be the main villain.
So they had both. I thought the movie worked better with 2 villains.
Sandman
the
and
more the merrier.
Goblin.
Sandman and Venom. I thought it was, as a kid, I thought that was okay.
Okay.
I mean, because as a kid, the more the merrier. Am I right?
You know what they say? The more
At least Spider-Man 3
Exactly, Eggman.
did multiple villains better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro was the main villain, and then Goblin and Rhino show up in like the last 20 minutes.
I was never a huge fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Like, it came out at a really weird time. Like, we have already had a series of Spider-Man movies from Sony, and plus, they released those movies right smack dab in the middle of the MCU peaking.
Yeah,
like,
because
around
Avengers came out the same year as the first
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy for the second Amazing Spider-Man movie.
And Winter Soldier, I think.
More so Guardians, but yeah, Winter Soldier as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird time to release those movies. I didn't think the first one was bad, just like forgettable.
It felt unnecessary.
The second one, yeah, you did.
I mean, you didn't need to make another Spider-Man reboot.
Yeah, because we know Uncle Ben and Spider-Bite, great responsibility and all that. We get it. So I like how Tom Holland decided to skip all that.
I mean, great for Andrew Garfield. He got to play Spider-Man,
Very
but
true.
like he did it in the most unnecessary film ever.
Yeah, and I actually like Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker because I thought his interactions with Gwen Stacy were better than the really awkward ones with Tobey Maguire and Mary Jane.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies were pretty good. Just the first one. The second one, they had to do some dumb things.
Yeah, the whole prom thing.
And they killed her off. You know, actually, speaking of Gwen Stacy, I think it was only until 2014 was when they introduced Spider-Gwen. Before that, they really didn't have much to do with Gwen Stacy's character.
Yeah. I think what the Amazing Spider-Man movies were trying to set up, at the end of the second one, I think it was, they were like trying to set up the Sinister Six and maybe more future movies, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, babe, I'm going at the Starlink for almost 2 hours. Come on!
Dang.
Fighting a bunch of bullet sponges.
Do you see Nintendo dropping any bombshells at E3? Something like, and you can download it today. Something like that.
Oh, that'd be sweet. very much appreciate that. Like what they did with their February Direct, where you could play Tetris 99 right after the Direct.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And some extra demos.
Yeah, I love.
I hope they do that again.
They did that with the Octo expansion at E3 last year.
Nice.
What else? Rocket League had an update.
The summer extravaganza thing.
In the summer.
Die.
Rest in peace to the 3DS. Because after
That's
Persona Q2 comes out, that is the last 3DS game that we know of.
first party
Man.
or big party 3DS games.
Big party, I believe.
I mean, the indie developers can still make games for the system, right?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and in terms of like big name developers, yeah, that's the last one. No problem.
It's getting discontinued. I gotcha. I mean, the 3DS had a good run. Went
Yeah,
from all the way from back from 2011, so a good 8-year cycle.
Yeah.
And back in that time, the system didn't have a very good launch. The game launched with Pilot Wings and Steel Diver. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 games you could play day one. No Mario, no Zelda, no nothing.
All we have were promises. And then eventually we got Ocarina of Time, and then Mario Kart, and 3D Land, and you know,
Yeah, that's where it took off, where the sales skyrocketed.
that's it.
That and it was. They also reduced the price for the system after its rocky start.
Yeah, and the newer models made it more desirable for people. Because I know a lot of people didn't like the 3D effect on the first 3DS.
It took them until well late into the system's lifespan to make a model for that.
Better late than never, though.
Yep. See how cool this prime battle is? Like, the last phase is when you get to fight it in the air like that. Some good stuff.
What do you guys think Nintendo's best year of the decade?
Best year, last
Best
decade.
year.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I can't narrow it down, but I can.
2017?
That's a good. That's a good. I can nominate some. 2014 was pretty good for them.
Yep, Smash, Mario Kart.
Let's say 2016.
2016.
No, that was a crap year.
What happened?
All they showed was Breath of the Wild and Sun and Moon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. 2010 had Galaxy 2 and Skyward Sword. 2011 obviously PS 12. 2012 through
What did they?
I guess 17 is where 3DS sales just kept going and going.
2012 wasn't a very good year for Nintendo. They had to struggle with the marketing with the Wii U.
Yeah, 2013, 2014, and like Splatoon were the best parts of the Wii U lifespan.
So you're thinking 2013 through 15?
Well, not
Like,
not
top
15.
3.
Not yeah, those were the top 3. But I kind of don't want to say 15 because like
Actually, top 4. Let's fit in 2017.
27 for the Wii U.
Oh, no,
Wii U
I meant, like,
in general.
We're talking about, yeah,
Oh, okay.
years
yeah,
for Nintendo.
definitely.
That's one prime down. Now let's go get the other one. So I guess my top 3 for Nintendo's best years, in no specific order: 2014, 2017. Toss up between 2013 or 15 for that last spot.
I'll say 13.
Yeah, because they got that year they had Mario 3D World,
They had 3D
Pikmin
World,
3.
Wind Waker HD,
Ooh, yeah.
Pikmin 3. I believe it wasn't Tropical Freeze 2013, or was that 2014?
That's a good question. I think that was 2014.
Okay.
If
Well,
not
either way,
2013.
2013 was good.
Early 2014. Sometime before Mario Kart 8 dropped. I know that part because Dashi.
Yeah. Bayonetta 2 was also 2014, I believe.
That was a really good no. 2014 is a super good year for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Dang
It was
good.
the Wii U's best year.
Yeah.
I mean, if
worst
they can-
year is easily 2016. I don't even know what game
For the
came
Wii
out
U.
before 20. Because Star Fox Zero was 15, I believe.
The game came out in 16, but they showed it in 2015. Yeah,
Yeah. Color Splash was also 15.
came out 16 as well.
Really? Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
anything about 16. 16 and 15, what happened?
Mainly 2016.
Welcome back.
Hey, back.
We're talking about Nintendo's best years.
What was their best years?
I'm
This-
saying 2013, 14, and 17.
Yeah, in this decade, 13, 14, 17.
I can't really say. I don't know. It's hard for me. I like a lot of Nintendo games. Like, it's hard to say what my favorite. I was about to name off my favorite, but I was like, Jesus, I can't name it because I.
2018 would have been a bust without Smash.
Right.
Just saying that.
Oh yeah, that I can agree on.
But getting back to 2016, what Nintendo had there, that was the last leg for the Wii U, and they just ended it so poorly. With Color
was-
Splash
What was the
and
last
Star
one
Fox
they-
Zero.
what was that? Oh, Star Fox Zero.
The last
I heard-
big.
The thing that I love is that I heard a lot of bad things about it, but then I hear like the
Super weak.
completionist praise it, and I'm like, huh.
The main bad thing about it is the
I wonder if he got the game for free.
The controls are what killed that game.
Yeah, no, he's like praising it, and I'm like, dude, you got the game for free. It's the only reason why you're saying that. And you met. It was.
What if you had to buy it? Would your opinions change?
Would your opinion change? Like, would you say, oh, the controls took some time to get used to? It's like, no.
It's also sad for the Wii U that
These are controls you want to get used to, my dude.
it's sad for the Wii U that third-party support basically ended after.
Look like an asset playing Star Fox Zero.
Like one of the last big name third-party games we got was what Call of Duty Ghosts.
Spoopy.
What an oof, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, their launch was not that good.
No.
Like the Switch had like 2 games. Nintendo like Breath of the Wild.
Switch and Breath
The
of the
1-2
Wild.
switch.
Yeah, and that still worked better because everyone loved Breath of the Wild.
And then so
Well, they had Super Bomberman R came out.
Oh yeah, that too. There was some games in the eShop and whatnot.
different clips.
But Breath of the Wild was a major thing.
Jack, when's the last time you played
That's a very good question. I can guarantee it's not from this year. Maybe somewhere in 2018. And I have only played the first level or 2. Saw Gerald play through the whole game. I mean, force that dude to play the rest of the game.
Oh wow.
What do you guys define as the best Zelda game? Just like the
Wind
straight up-
Waker.
Wind Waker? Like just
Just because
favorite,
it's the one
just
I...
that.
Yeah.
My favorite is Wind Waker in terms of the best. Yeah.
Hard to argue against Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
Breath of the
I
Wild
agree with
is
Breath of the
great.
Wild. I'd say Breath of the Wild's like the best. My favorite is Link Between Worlds.
A Link to the Past is a classic.
I,
As is Ocarina.
I just like Link
Between Worlds.
It was the first one I actually played, so it was kind of like a favorite.
Wind Waker was the first Zelda game I beat, so that was really big.
That was the only one I played through the very end.
I've played most of them. I've played most of them to the very end.
I mean, Wind Waker is the one I spent the most time with.
Actually, I 100% Zelda games. Those are the only games I actually 100%.
Yeah, see, I don't 100% Zelda. I barely 100% games at all. Anyway.
Those are the only games I 100%. Like,
Oh, 80%, the majority of games I play.
every other
Like,
game,
I'll
every other game is like, nah, I'm good.
Complete the important stuff. Don't get all the super optional stuff, like the recipes and badges and the Paper Mario games.
I can probably count on my hands how many games I've 100%.
Like in my life, I've only gotten one like PS4 Platinum, and that was on accident. That was on like accident, and I was like, "Ah, fuck it, I'll finish it." It was like Spider-Man, because it was so easy. The game's actually very easy, and I had 90% at the end of it. Like at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, I have 90%. Well, I might as well finish it. It's an easy platinum, and there you go, first platinum, only platinum actually."
If you could pick another game to platinum, what would it be?
Final Fantasy VII. I'm already at 81%.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking about getting that on my Switch.
But if it's one I haven't platinum, if it's one I hadn't platinum, you know, well not platinum, but one I hadn't played. I mean, one I haven't played.
I need to get
I
around to
actually have
that.
to say, like, does achievements on Xbox count?
In 100% of game?
Then like Ninja Gaiden 2.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, as soon as you got back, we were in the middle of discussing what was the best in the last decade. What was Nintendo's best year?
Yeah.
Do you have any objections to 2013, 14, and 17?
What was 2013 again?
Nintendo released Pikmin 3, Mario 3D World, and they ported Wind Waker to the Wii U.
2014.
They released Smash Brothers for Wii U, Mario Kart 8, Bayonetta, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. The majority of the best Wii U games.
In 2017 was like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and like
Yeah, the Switch
all that
debut.
stuff, like Switch debut. And I have to say, those are actually pretty good years. Not gonna lie, but I'd say out of all of them, 2013 is the lowest. I'd say 2013 is the lowest. You know, and 2017 is the highest. So like 2014 is the max.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, right? Exactly right where you're at right there. How about some other years that you consider the best? 2011 we discussed a little bit. It was the year they released the 3DS.
When did Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker come out the same year or no?
Now we're getting to past decade.
Oh, past it?
Now we're getting. That's territory I'm not very familiar
okay,
in.
then that's. So my first Nintendo experience was at GameCube. I was young and like I've had fun with those. That was like my young age.
So like mid 2004, 2005.
Yeah. But I think that's duly to nostalgia, and if we're talking about like primal age, you know, I'd say it's somewhat like I have to agree with you on that.
How about which year had the best E3 Direct?
I haven't followed up on E3 since like the first time I actually followed up on E3 was like 2016. So.
Me.
2013.
Like
That
that's
was around the time they had it. Or was it? What was the first Nintendo Direct? Back in, was it 2011? They had one there? If not, maybe 12 or 13.
And what would you say is better? Have you guys ever played like the Elder Scrolls or Fallout games?
I want to get into the Fallout series, but I don't know where
I
to
don't
start.
play Fallout.
And none of you played Fallout?
Watched,
I played both Skyrim. Not Skyrim, Fallout Elder Scrolls.
I watched the first 30 or 40 Let's Play parts from Josh Jepson in his Let's Play for Fallout 3.
Fallout 3, I'd say like, if I have to say the Fallout games, like, Fallout 3, New Vegas are really good. Fallout 4 is okay. I haven't played 1 or 2, so, as most people, 1 or 2 is like the...
Oh.
Because Fallout 1 and 2 are very different. They're made by different companies. Both 1 and 2 are made by a different company before that. And
But
they're
all
like
the games
Diablo
look the
style.
same.
They're like Diablo styles. But with
Yeah,
the Elder
gotcha.
Scrolls, you know, the Elder Scrolls is pretty good.
Oh, what? Thought it was dead.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Payback.
Have you played Fallout, DJ?
Play what?
Any Fallout games?
I have not.
Ah, any Elder Scrolls games?
Any other what game?
Elder
Seen friends play
or
Skyrim.
Oblivion.
That I can think of now.
Alright.
Would you recommend playing Skyrim without mods?
You know what? Yes, I would actually. I'm one of those people who would. Because, you know what? It's not bad. Like, the first time you play it, it's pretty good. I'd say mods are good for, like, the second time. Second or, like, third time. Because I think Skyrim is, like... The one thing that, like, Bethesda has in, like, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Skyrim, is, like, replayability. That's something they have. It's addicting. Not addicting, it's more like, it's fun. Like, you like to go back to it. You know, it's one of those games.
You can go back and mod in a Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, that. You know, do a donkey, you know, do your own thing. Which is what I like about the mods, just do your own thing.
Yep.
But if you want the mods, PC recommend. Do not
Yep.
get the mods on PS4 or Xbox, because basically, Bethesda's on watch for those. Just get the mods on PC, you'll have a greater time, you know.
It's easier to mod on the computer as well.
You can make some Star Wars jokes with children and lightsaber.
Yep. So can we agree that Incredible Hulk's the worst MCU movie?
I'd say
Dark
the
World.
good thing
Worse than
about it is
Dark
the
World.
animation fight, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
the ending part. The beginning and middle part, snooze fest.
Oh, I know. Like, the good parts are the only parts with Hulk.
Yep.
Not the opening Hulk moment, like the middle Hulk moment and the end Hulk. That's it. It's the only good part.
And if you were to tie it into the rest of the movies, good luck doing that. Like, it's a movie you
Like, the
do
only
not
thing
need
you
to
have is
watch
Hulk
if you want to
and
rewatch all
you
of
have
them.
Hulk and that agent guy. That's it. That's the only thing you can tie.
Agent Ross.
You
Yeah,
really don't need to watch Hulk to understand the rest of the...
Then the actor changes for Hulk. Edward Norton, that was his only movie in the MCU. After that, it's Mark Ruffalo.
And I feel like that works. I think Mark Ruffalo does better. Because the other guy is just kind of like a guy. He's just... Someone brought this argument up, like, he feels like just a regular guy. He doesn't feel like a nervous guy like Mark Ruffalo, who's like it can burst at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other guy just feels like a regular guy. You know, he's just doing his thing, doing any normal person does. Instead of like feel like there's a monster inside of him that can burst at any moment. You know?
So being timid, that's what added to his character.
Yeah, that's what added. That's what Mark Ruffalo added to it. And as time went on,
I put it that way. I like that idea.
Yeah, everything else about it is just a snooze fest. I never watched Thor: The Dark World. I didn't need to understand it, to understand the rest of the MCU too.
I remember this list that I made of the top 22 MCU movies correctly. I also had Ant-Man and the Wasp super low, only because the movie to me felt like a wild goose chase. Like the lab just kept exchanging ownership, and that's just something that annoyed me to the fullest.
Yeah, it was just kind of those movies.
That kind of action.
It was one of those filler movies, you know. It felt like a filler arc, you know.
It just had some annoying aspects about it. That really brought the enjoyment of the movie down.
After enjoying Infinity, like it's kind of like after enjoying Infinity War, you go watch it's like a Naruto joke where it's a flashback into Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you're like, okay, why am I watching this guy? Just to know that he's in the quantum realm. That's it. The only thing you needed to know is like he's trapped in the quantum realm.
Right.
That was the only thing that was worthwhile. Oh, that's where he was.
I get the same feeling when you watch Age of Ultron multiple times. I get that with Ant-Man and the Wasp as well.
And Black Panther's not that good.
Really? Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not. I'm just saying it's overhyped. Like, way overhyped. I like the movie.
What makes you say it's overhyped?
I'd say that, like, Black Panther himself doesn't get a lot of character. The villain's good. I like the villain. They waste another. They waste another villain. What was it?
Claw?
Yeah, they waste him. I feel like they should have seen him. But
This is Claw. They killed him off.
I feel like they wasted him. The scene where T'Challa gets blasted by a rocket launcher and then gets up immediately and does not chase the car. The fuck are you doing? Just chase the car. You run faster than cars. Just did it. The previous scene you did that. The final battle was just a bad CG test.
A little plasticky,
yeah, a little
and rubbery.
Plasticky, you know, T'Challa's, absence. I feel like they didn't need to focus on the love interest. The love interest was kind of like if they focused on just Shitty and just like his right hand. I forgot her name, Michonne. I would call her just Michonne because of The Walking Dead. If they focused on those two, I feel like it would have worked better. But they just throw in they throw in his mom, they throw in Michonne, they throw in his sister, they throw in a love interest. And like, can you just focus on T'Challa as a character? Throw in some more stuff about him? Like the previous movie had him already have his arc, he had his situation. So now they're just kind of doing it.
I never freeze.
I never. That was a good scene.
Some more Wakandan accents would be great.
They're all talking in English, and I get it, like, subtitles, but...
At some points, it just sounds Japanese.
I don't
Like, they
Like,
say at one point, at one point they
Mbaku.
speak English, but at another point they speak their language. And I understand people don't care, you don't care. It's just kind of weird, though. It's just weird.
Like, their accents just start sounding Japanese, like in the scene with T'Challa and Mbaku. No claws, no special suito, just a boy in a suit. Something like that.
But all in all, like... kind of really it.
I think,
it's alright. It's not like the best. It's not the worst. It's really good. I give it like an 8 out of 10. 8 or 7.
The movie's cinematography and the Wakanda theme alone carries that movie. Like, I can I could watch the scene where they arrive in Wakanda like 10 times in one day. It would never get old. Like, that scene alone makes
unlike Asgard, I
watching...
actually believe in Wakanda.
And Shuri. Shuri was an amazing character.
Yeah, I like Shuri. That's what I said. I liked Shuri and I liked Michonne. I like those two.
I'm not a huge fan of that scene.
I'm not.
They didn't
a
need to
fan
be in
of
there.
The love interest. Not a fan.
Okay.
They didn't build up to that very well.
Nah.
Or they barely
It's
even
not my
touched on
favorite
it.
MCU, but I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I get it. I get what
It's
you
a good
like.
top 10 MCU movie. If you wanna be biased towards the Wakanda theme song and the cinematography, like I am.
Yeah, I know the soundtrack got a lot of people really love the soundtrack for them.
That might be the best. It's up there with Endgame, the first Avengers movie, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'd say my favorite MCU movie would either be Guardians 2 or just Guardians 2. I really like
Guardians
that movie.
2. I hear a lot of people say Guardians 2. I actually like the first one more than the second one.
Oh, I get that. Like, I can
Surprisingly.
understand why people like the first one better. Like, it's really good. Like, both Guardians movies are really good. Like, really, really good. And I get why people like have both of them as like separately their favorite.
Yeah. You'd like the second one if you want to get into more of the characters. I like the first one just for the world building.
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one was
it's
good
the
for, first one was good for
atmosphere.
world building and getting the characters, while the second one was really an emotional movie. And I like
Probably
that's
depends
why I like
on
it's on preference. Like it's on preference. I'm more on the emotional standpoint of it. I like the emotional stuff.
Yeah, some people prefer the movies where it's big crossover events, and then some people prefer the movies that are just like
Prefer
focus
both.
on that one character. So, you know, maybe
I prefer-
you'll like Winter Soldier more, or if you like crossover events, you'll like Civil War more. I don't know.
How about the ones that build up towards the Avengers and the Thor Ragnarok?
You know, Thor Ragnarok, very good movie. Better than the first two Thor movies.
Easily.
Very important movie to watch before Infinity War.
What do you think is the most forgettable our Marvel movie?
Either
Incredible
Dark-
Hulk.
Actually, yeah, Hulk. Yeah.
Wait, which one did you guys say? I couldn't hear.
I said Incredible Hulk.
Oh, Incredible Hulk. Forget
I
it.
was gonna say Dark World, but I kinda.
Both of them are pretty forgettable and bad.
Endgame helps you remember it.
Yeah, that's like that one scene. Alright, that one scene where he's doing that, that's the one.
When they go to Asgard in 2013.
It's the only time where he's like, you get characterization of his mom. Because in Dark World,
That
it's
was a
like,
good
oh,
scene.
gee, I wonder, like in Dark World, it was just like, who the hell is she? And then Endgame, you're just like, oh, you know what?
That was a good
Nice.
feel-good scene. Seeing Thor meet
A lot of
his
people
mom
complain about
again.
that scene, though.
How? What do you got to
but-
complain about
because
that?
They're complaining because like they lost their badass Thor, but think about it like this, okay? You lost everything, okay? And then you
Yeah.
finally get your strength back. No, like then you got your strength back up. You have everything. You can take on Thanos. You can beat him, and then you stab him. Okay, you got him in the chest, and you have him right there.
Mhm.
You kill him, and then he snaps his fingers. Half the universe is dead. He escapes. You kill him, but it's not satisfying because he won. So
At that
that's
time,
how-
he was emotionally crippled. So that was the healing scene for Thor. That's how he was able to fight Thanos back in the present.
So it's kind of clear to me that this Thor is weaker than his Infinity War counterpart.
I thought it was great. You know, the whole, he's reached his lowest point, and to see him get back to his former glory.
I would like to see him get back to his former glory in whatever they do with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
As Guardians of the
As
Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, I don't expect him to get skinny again. I think he'll still be Fat Thor.
The joke will get old if they continue being fat. It'll get really old.
I could see him.
Because a lot of the fangirls and a lot of the fanboys will, like, especially, like, the fangirls will freak out about his pecs, and the fanboys will freak out about his pecs.
Right. I'll make an early prediction. Thor could get kicked out of the Guardians of the Galaxy just because they've had enough of him being Fat Thor. Don't know the specific details, but I could somewhat see that happen.
Wait, but did his Stormbreaker
Somehow.
break? Sorry, that sounded funny, but, like, did it break?
Mjolnir broke in Ragnarok, but no,
No,
it
I'm talking
never
about
broke.
Stormbreaker did. Okay, I thought I
Yeah,
saw
it
it
did.
break in Endgame. But no, that must my mind. I was like, what the hell happened?
Thanos was able to use it and almost killed Thor with it.
Yeah.
There's that.
And
Hey,
then Thor just
no.
keeps it. Here, you have the little one.
That was a funny little scene. Seeing Captain
He's
America
like,
with
no, you use
Stormbreaker.
it. He's like, no, you use the little.
Hey Jamie, Beppy. I just now saw your message. She's in the stream chat.
You know what's another funny part about that is that in the final scene where like Thanos immediately goes to snap his fingers, like when he's like I am eternity and he goes to snap his fingers, or, like
I'm inevitable.
yeah, and that whatever. The funny part about that is had he actually used the stones beforehand, like maybe use the reality stone to make a fake version of yourself, then snap your fingers, they won, you win. But instead he just goes for the blow and loses.
Right. But I guess he was too busy freaking, I don't know, doing whatever once you get all the stones in the gauntlet.
Heat of the moment kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah. And again,
Like you're groveling in pain when you got the Infinity Stones attached to you.
But then
That's
again,
what happened to Hulk.
again, there's another timeline where he did think of the reality stone idea.
Yeah.
Because Strange was like, if I tell you, we could lose.
Yeah, he said if I tell you what's
Can't
gonna
spoil
happen,
it.
it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna spoil the end game, are we?
I could jinx it.
Jinx.
Honestly, there could have been many more outcomes. It didn't have to be Iron Man being the one to stop Thanos. It could have been Captain Marvel. She could have put on the gauntlet and snapped her fingers to kill Thanos. Thinking about how powerful Captain Marvel was supposed to be.
What was he doing? Because
Well,
I know she helped Spider-Man get the gauntlet to what you call it.
Yeah, Spider-Man gave Captain Marvel the
yeah,
gauntlet.
what happened was like he landed on like he was off the flying horse. Captain Marvel's like, here, I'll take it, and he was like, all right. And then they do this obnoxious woman power scene, and then
Yeah.
they all go forward. Like Captain Marvel will fly straight to the time machine. Thanos throws his sword to the thing, which speaks about his reaction time.
And he destroys Luis's van. No, I love that
Thanos'
van.
speed too. It speaks about Thanos' speed. It's pretty fast too. Then Thanos gets the gauntlet, like the Iron Gauntlet, puts it on. Voice crack. Puts it on. And then Captain Marvel goes to grab his glove. Then he takes the Power Stone, which confuses me because I'm like, so the rules of the Infinity Gauntlet don't work like the comics because he has to squeeze his hand. It's not like everything buffs him. He puts on the gauntlet and he has to squeeze his hand in order to use any of them, which makes me go, so like there's no buff.
Yeah, he didn't.
There's no buff.
Yeah.
Which makes me that's the one thing I was disappointed about in both movies. The Infinity Gauntlet in like all 6 of them weren't used. Like I wanted a fight with all 6 of the stones versus everyone, but I didn't get that. It was the one thing I was disappointed about.
Yeah.
He only used the Soul Stone once back in Infinity War.
He never
to
used the
pick
Mind
out
Stone.
the Doctor Strange.
He never used the Mind Stone.
No, wait, did
Oh.
he? No, wait, that was the Reality Stone.
No, that was the Reality Stone.
Not the Mind Stone. Mind Stone was the last stone he collected. So.
He used the Power Stone the most of the time. Then he used the Power and Space Stone most of the time. Reality Stone sometimes. Soul Stone
Third.
once.
He
This
used
is
the
the-
Reality Stone against Star-Lord.
Yeah, but Soul Stone once. Okay. And then the Time Stone once, and then the Mind Stone never.
It was the last one that he was gonna get. After he got the last one, he was gonna snap his fingers.
Yeah, which makes you go, what the hell does it do? What the hell does it give you? What the hell?
I'd be asking that to the Soul Stone.
Because what did Vision, like, it brought Vision to life, but Vision just shot lasers out of it.
So he could just kill him again.
So before Infinity War, were you guys expecting to see the Soul Stone in an earlier movie before that?
Nah.
No, I was expecting it to be Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting it to, I was expecting one of the stones to, like, be in a major movie of Avengers.
I remember seeing a video where they were predicting the Soul Stone to be in Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh, they were wrong.
How?
Remember everyone's, like, obnoxious theory about Captain America having the Soul Stone? Because he was holding, like,
Yeah.
he was holding the gauntlet. He was like, does he have the stone? His eyes are a different color.
You think the Soul Stone would have been in Doctor Strange, seeing as how they do soul stuff in that movie?
You know, that made me weird and wonder, like, do you really think all the stones are really destroyed? Because think about it. The Soul Stone, in order for it to come, needed a sacrifice. Which makes me
doesn't
go...
make any sense.
No, which makes me go, if you have a trial for the Soul Stone, does that mean all the stones have a trial? Meaning all of them aren't technically destroyed? Meaning all of them can still be returned? Like,
Yeah,
think
that's
about
a
it.
tricky thing. How do you
Like,
how
think
do you
about it.
return the Soul Stone?
No, like think about it. Like if you throw, like if the soul stone has a trial of sacrificing something you love, maybe the power stone has a trial of power, and the trial of reality, trial of time. You know.
The soul
You're
stone
thinking all of them should have
confuses me because
trials?
it's like you need a sacrifice for it, but it's like, so we're gonna allow you to do everything that the other stones can do. We can allow you to manipulate time, reality, power, and all this stuff. But the soul stone is where we draw the line, and that doesn't make any sense.
No, that was my theory though. Like maybe all of them have a trial. It's just that all of them were just awakened. Like someone awakened each of them from a trial, and they were just out. And the soul stone was destroyed a long time ago, but there was still a trial just in case it was destroyed. Just the one rule is don't take them out of the timeline, because then it's out. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
don't take them out of the timeline. It'll mess things up.
Okay. I get
Which
what
makes
you're
you go, maybe they weren't really, maybe the ancient one was just saying they were destroyed, but they weren't really destroyed. Like, the spirit within them are still around. Because that's not a bad theory.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Now that Marvel has the rights to Fox, Galactus is probably gonna come.
That's the only real big antagonist you can have after Thanos.
Yeah, just Galactus and then... Yeah, that's kind of it.
Doctor Doom.
That I think Doctor Doom is like someone you have before Galactus, though.
Dr. Doodoo.
Yeah.
But I feel like Doctor Doom should be a villain who wins. I feel like that'd be an interesting one where he legit wins. Not like taking over the world, but just wins at something. You know?
Beats the heroes, like in Thanos and Infinity War.
Yeah,
The only difference is it's not like major. It's just like he wins. He's taken over a country. Okay, then the superheroes have to take care of it. But then he wins by taking over his country, and they can't do anything about it.
He beats
So they
the
just let him be.
Avengers in an air hockey tournament.
Avengers, I challenge you to a foosball game.
air
To a
hockey.
foosball tournament. To a foosball tournament.
The loser gets foot dived.
Winner takes Latveria.
So you guys heard of this
have a-
Shang-Chi movie?
Hmm?
This is like this. There's this Chinese Marvel movie that's gonna come out in Phase 4 called Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Like nobody knows about it, so that's gonna be interesting when that gets closer to release.
Wikipedia has some things that they say they announced, but like it's a bit iffy because they're like Thor Ragnarok 2, and I'm like, you can't have Ragnarok a second
No.
time.
There's
It's
no-
only once.
You can't have two Ragnaroks.
That's like a Final Fantasy 13-2
Oh wait.
as an example. Having a sequel to a sequel.
Yeah.
It's gonna get too confusing.
Well, there is like 3 Final Fantasy 13s, 2 Final Fantasy 4s, 2 Final Fantasy 10s. That's it.
I mean, sure. Thor 4. Chris Hemsworth is on board for more Marvel movies.
I find it funny though that he was actually almost willing to quit. Like before Thor Ragnarok, he was like, "Dude, I don't think I could do this anymore. My movies like."
My
And
movie's
they're not very
right.
fun movies.
Then Thor Ragnarok happens. He's like, "You know what? I'm down now.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
my
Alright.
because he talked to Marvel about reinventing the character from what it was.
Yeah, after the turd that was Thor Dark World for him.
The thing is, like, it's kind of funny that like they're trying to do an adaptation from the comics, but it just didn't work with audiences. So because it's like, because think about it, Thor is kind of like every generic thing, you know. So you just want to do something new.
Do you guys have a favorite part of Endgame? I'm guessing it's Captain America and Mjolnir, but
Mine's a time heist, but that's a close second.
I'd say that's my second favorite thing. My favorite thing is, what was that? What was that? I'm trying to remember. No, wait, that was my third. My favorite was the Iron Man sacrifice scene.
I'll say
I
my
am Iron
top
Man.
3 is Captain America and Mjolnir, Iron Man Sacrifice, and the Avengers coming back from the dead.
How about
My third
Hawkeye
was,
in Tokyo?
my third was the opening scene where they fought where they killed Thanos, where they just jumped Thanos. That was my third favorite.
Yeah, I love that scene too.
Right.
That's going.
I also love that scene where Captain America's like just talking to regular people about getting over it, while he's just trying to get over it himself. Like that was a really good scene.
Yeah, that was a pretty deep scene.
Where he was just like that dude was just talking about how he was in a date, and like the dude cried when what was it? The salads came, and then he cried during the. I was like, damn, dude, the hard times.
I'm gonna switch games here.
Them feels.
Play some Team Sonic Racing.
Hey.
I'm done with the Starlink. I got a good chunk. Like I spent all that time trying to kill Crush, Ice, and Fire Giant. That way I can get the attention of this bounty, and then finally get that mission done. It took me that long just to do all that.
Jeez.
He's cutting off the stream, and we're gonna come back live again for some Team Sonic Racing.
I stream.
He streams too. Everybody that was in this call, put their channels down in the description below. With the new, there's gonna be a new title for the stream too. We talk about E3 and a lot of Marvel.
Well, Marvel's good, unlike what DC's doing.
I will give DC credit for their animated movies, like the Batman.
Oh yeah, they've done great with their animated movies.
Yeah,